K Thompson said, I'm just tuning in, but MJ over Prince all day. You know what? We haven't even started the debate, and we're about to get into it. Let's go to it.
Okay. Need to
Let,
get right back out.
we're going to get right into it. All right, here we go,
Yeah.
man. And I've been wanting to have this discussion for a minute. For the people who are just tuning in, we're going to take a little hip hop break and just talk about two of the greatest albums, period. They both have 9 songs. They're both from two of the best artists, in my opinion, ever. Like I said earlier in the show, the only person I would dignify a Michael Jackson comparison with is Prince. So here we go. We're going to go track for track. We're going to keep score real quick, man. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready. All right. I got the track list on the screen. So, want to be starting something.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So I do want. Can we do a couple of caveats? Like,
Yeah,
when I mean caveats, I mean I really just like kind of want to say a couple things.
Go ahead.
It was clear to me after listening to, because I listened to Thriller first, because of course more well acquainted with Purple Rain, but I went and listened to Thriller today, and it's very, very clear that I wouldn't say no. We're gonna say it. Prince felt the pressure of Purple Rain. I mean, of Thriller. Prince felt the pressure of Thriller. Like,
they came out, what was it, maybe 14 months apart? Thriller came out about 14 months before Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
And when I say that, I say him specifically because it's like, Mike, and I have a couple sidebar notes about this. It's not like he wasn't dropping stellar stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had just made, like Dirty Mind, Controversy, 1999 was about to drop. You know what I'm saying? So he's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I have heard that the music video for Thriller is what really pushed Prince to go to his company, Warner Brothers, who did, films, obviously still do films.
No, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Right.
And was like, listen, nigga, I need a movie budget. Fuck all this.
I think that was more about the financial backing that he saw going on than the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably saw the video and was impressed, but, Prince has always been kind of crafty. He's looking at the money like, they just gave him what for a music video? I want a movie.
Okay, I'm seeing people in the chat talk, they're saying Thriller, Purple Rain, this and that. Let's get into the track list, right? We're going to go track for track because it's 9 songs each. Right. What's the better song? Wanna Be Starting Something or Let's Go Crazy?
Go ahead.
Wanna Be Starting Something or Let's Go Crazy? Damn, man.
So, Mike, Let's Go Crazy is better than Wanna Be Starting Something. Like, Let's Go Crazy is in the conversation like one of the best stadium songs ever. Like, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. This one's tough for me. What do y'all say in the room? Let's Go Crazy or Wanna Be Starting Something?
Mike, in my personal opinion, just because of the guitar riff alone, Mike, like today I did realize, like, you're right. Prince is the greatest guitar player ever. Let's Go Crazy is some of its best evidence of that.
It's amazing, man. I'm sitting there thinking, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa, all that. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Let's Go Crazy. Not by a lot. Not by a lot.
Mike, how about this? Mike, name a better stadium song than Let's Go Crazy off the top of your head right now. Because when I tried to think about it, I was like, hold on, what is a better stadium song than Let's Go Crazy?
I mean, that's how he opened up the Super Bowl halftime.
Mike, it's an epic stadium song. Like, you can't think of a stadium song off the top of your head, can you?
We got people in here. Andrew said, "Want to be starting something." Okay. You got Amanda saying, "Want to be starting something." Unknown user says, "Want to be starting something." You know what? I got to put that over there that the people are saying want to be starting something, right? But I might be with you. Both of these songs are openers for both artists too. Michael used to open up the Bad Tour and many of his other tours with "Want to Be Starting Something." So the Terminator says, "Let's Go Crazy." All right. That's close, man.
Mike,
is it okay? Can we do draws here? Do you want to do a wash on that one? I don't know.
I don't like washing Let's Go Crazy with Wanna Be Starting Something, Mike, because of the guitar performance. Like what's so special about Wanna Be Starting Something? Because, like, there are special moments about... I don't know. Let's wash it for now, because they match up to the first 3 songs on Thriller. Almost like, okay, it was from there. But the beautiful ones over The Girl Is Mine. So where are we at right now? Do we have, like, what? We have, like...
Pretty much. I mean, where I'm at, if I'm gonna be fair, I got Purple Rain 2, Thriller 1 by the time
Yeah,
we're
I'm about to say, so if we're being fair, like if it's just me and you, like being objective and deciding, and we'll let the people have some sway if we get enough like comments like in there, or maybe we can post like the results list of what you and I think versus what like the people say.
Right.
But I'm with you right now. I would have it. You would have it 2-1. You see, I would have it 3-0 right now. So that's why I would say let's call Take Me With You a wash right now. Because I think we both feel like Let's Go Crazy and The Beautiful Ones are just overall more comprehensive records than Want to Be Starting Something. The Girl Is Mine. Is that fair?
I think so. I agree with that.
Right. So can we wash Take Me With You? Or over Baby Be Mine right now, or see, Baby Be Mine is your favorite record. I don't have a favorite record. Well, actually, I do have a favorite record on Purple Rain, but I know it's losing, so I'm not.
Hold on. What's your favorite record, and what record do you think is losing like that?
Like, it's the next record. My favorite record on Purple Rain is actually Computer Blue because of all the things like stylistically he did on the record.
I ain't mad at that. So, you back on?
I never left.
All right, cool. All right, so we're back on. Sorry about everything, man. Xfinity was fucking with us. Jeez. All right. So I had to go. Yeah, it's just letting us go right back to it because I think what it's showing on people's end that it's paused. We're back on. So we're live right now, Coop.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. We live right now. All right, let's go back over this, man, because we were just talking about it and you're a lot clearer now. Sorry about that, y'all. We had some little Xfinity technical difficulties.
So do we need to run it back a little bit? Like what
we can run it back just a little bit, just a brief update. Let's just say we're going track for track, Thriller and Purple Rain. First track we're giving to Prince for Let's Go Crazy, right? Versus Want to Be Starting Something. Baby Be Mine and Take Me With You, we're gonna call that a wash from right now. And we'll just, go back to the people and see what they think about it. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think anything that we don't agree on is the stuff we should let the people decide. Is that fair?
Yeah. That's totally fair. And then we're going to go Beautiful Ones and The Girl Is Mine. That's Beautiful Ones all the way.
Right.
All right. So we're looking at Let's Go Crazy, Beautiful Ones. Those are 2 for Prince. And Computer Blue. Yeah, and a wash. Computer Blue versus Thriller. That's for Michael. Darling Nikki versus Beat It. That's Michael.
That's Beat It.
So
we're 2-2 wash.
We're 2-2 wash.
Right.
And here come the big guns, right? So now we got Billie Jean versus When Doves Cry.
So you know what I'm going to say to this, right?
What are you going to say to this?
When Doves Cry doesn't even have a bass line, Mike.
But Billie Jean has one of the most incredible and notable bass lines of its era.
That's my whole point. Like the fact that it's in the conversation with Billie Jean and it doesn't have a bass line and it's going up against one of the most famous bass lines ever.
Yeah, if you hear doom 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 doom, right, you know what it is.
Mike, I know what time it is. I know what time it is. Everybody know what time it is. But When Doves Cry, off the artistic merit of the fact that song was crafted and the bass line was taken out, and Mike, the hook is better. It's the hook. The hook is better.
I think that the hook is more in depth. Yes, but see, that's the biggest difference with Michael and Prince, right? You have somebody who is a master of melodies and melodics because his voice can do so much. And then you have another person who's just a lyrical genius when putting together words.
The songwriting skills.
Yeah, the songwriting skills are next level when it comes to Prince. You know what I'm saying? But the vocal ability, especially for a male vocalist, is somewhere else when it comes to Michael, who could actually pull off what Michael pulls off vocally in so many, different arenas, especially on the next song we're going to go to with Human Nature. Not many people can pull that off.
So are we going to have to let the people decide When Doves Cry and Billie Jean?
Yeah, because I'm rolling with Billie Jean on this. I guess I got to be on code for that. But, I'm not mad either way. So that's going to be a wash.
Maybe I'm just like my father.
It's my favorite.
Right.
I think it's both of their best songs, in my opinion. Okay, we'll call that a wash for now too. So we're looking at 2-2 with 2 washes, right?
Right. The people are gonna have to determine this.
Human nature. I would die for you.
No,
I got human nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Mike too.
Baby, I'm a Star, a PYT.
Ooh, you want to know what? What say you, Mike?
I'm going PYT.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
And the last one goes to Prince.
So right now, how we would have it scored, we would have it 4 for Thriller and
3 for Purple Rain.
For Prince, but I feel like I'm gonna win the When Doves Cry thing. Because here's how I felt about it. I figured I was gonna win the When Doves Cry argument because I had us tentatively being scheduled at 4 for 4 with a wash that had that the people were gonna have to decide.
Right.
But I wasn't aware of how like you really felt about Billie Jean. Like you and I talked about Thriller, but never about Billie Jean. And it's not like I don't feel like. How about this? If I was putting it in a box, Mike, I'm talking about a top 5 or 10 song, in my opinion, in When Doves Cry over a top 10 or 15 song, in my opinion, in Billie Jean. Does that make sense? It's not like I'm saying like, oh no, When Doves Cry is like crushing it. If I was like ranking it, I would have When Doves Cry higher than Billie Jean. And it's because of like the artistic merit. It's because of the guitar playing. It's because of the depth of the hook. Like not many songs hit that big with a hook of that depth.
I feel you. But I mean,
Can you think of a bigger record that has that kind of depth to it, Mike? Like that has the depth that When Doves Cry has. Do you think of a hit record that has the depth?
I feel you, but this is
like Billie Jean. I mean, I hate to say it, but Billie Jean is just like it's Mike in the Machine, and it's like Mike in the Machine at his best, but it's like it's not artistically creative.
I don't know, man. Michael never made a record. Michael never made a record like Billie Jean before. At that point, he had never made a record sonically or lyrically like Billie Jean.
No, that's what I mean. That's Mike getting in the machine. Like I tell people, like Thriller is like really like when the music machine like starts. Like you know what I'm saying?
And it starts with Billie Jean because the first single for Thriller was
I'm not taking nothing away from Billie Jean. I just like have When Doves Cry slightly higher. That would be my thing. But you want to know what? Like, can I sidebar right quick? Like I realized today when I listened to Thriller that Thriller's the bigger record, Mike, but I see why people from the generation that really grew up on Mike, like we're products of that generation and older siblings and cousins and parents and stuff. But the people who were like in their teens and early 20s that are Mike's age that grew up with Mike, they swear by Off the Wall more than Thriller. And I can see why now today, because it's like, when I was actually looking at these songs for Thriller, Mike, and this is what I mean, I just prefer Purple Rain. Most of my favorite Mike songs are on Off the Wall, Mike, like Get on the Floor, Rock with You, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And for me, Mike, even though those songs are kind of like about dancing and partying and having fun, they are kind of like have some sort of like depth to them, even if the depth is just the groove. It's like Thriller.
It's a soul thing, right?
Quick sidebar. Yeah, it's a soul thing.
It's a soul thing. I think that for Black society specifically, we felt like, well, I guess people of that generation felt like Off the Wall was the last time Michael was theirs.
Yeah.
Now, after Thriller, Michael belonged to everybody.
No, that's absolutely right. But the music was there too, Mike. I mean, listen to the songs that I just named. I didn't off the wall the song.
This is my argument when it comes to Thriller and Off the Wall, and I've always said this: if you stack both of those albums together, from the best song to the weakest song, I guess if you could, the last 2 to 3 songs would be songs from Off the Wall.
Ooh.
Thriller's better than that. Like everything on Thriller is better.
What I would argue with you is that those first 10, even though people don't realize it, I think probably like 6 of those 10 would probably be Off the Wall, though.
I don't think so. I think that Billie Jean, Human Nature, specifically
See, that's what I'm saying. For me,
I think Billie Jean and Human Nature, everything.
PYT and Beat It, those four.
I think that Billie Jean and Human Nature are better than every song on Off the Wall. Now, I do think that. I mean, you've heard my top 5 Michael Jackson songs, right? I've said.
Right. So I wrote yours down right quick. You said Billie Jean, Rock With You, I Can't Help It, Human Nature, Off the Wall. Yeah. Mike, I'm with you. I Can't Help It, Get on the Floor, Human Nature, Rock With You, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
I do think that She's Out of My Life is an X Factor song on Off the Wall. Mike? I don't think there's anything on Thriller that matches that in that way.
For me, Mike, like the only song that actually like matches Human Nature is I Can't Help It. Like for me, I Can't Help It and Get on the Floor are my 2 favorite songs by him. But
I think the Human Nature, where he was vocally, it was just so special. All right, this is what I will say too.
You know what? I hate to say it, like no, I don't hate to say it. It's like, you know what? I love I Can't Help It because it like Mike sounds innocent and in love. And it's just beautiful to like hear Mike that way, like finesse like that. Does that make sense?
No, I feel you. I think that
it's a moment that you really don't hear from him. Like he sounds in love on that record, you know.
And the vulnerability that you hear on She's Out of My Life, you don't hear on Thriller either. Thriller is more about theatrics. Thriller changed the way music videos were made, and I'm not even just talking about Thriller the song, just the album, the songs that are on that album. But what I will say about Billie Jean, that song changed Michael Jackson's already illustrious career forever. I think that song took this star to this mega stardom that he never came down from. I think that Billie Jean is responsible for, I would say, more than half of those record sales for the Thriller album.
Right, and this is why we also have to even document history like this, because a lot of people are under the assumption, because the album is titled Thriller and the video Thriller was so big, that the song Thriller kicked off the album Thriller.
Or people would be under the assumption that the Thriller video is what made MTV. It was a big part of MTV, but the Billie Jean video was first. Mm-hmm. That was the one that broke the barriers on MTV.
When you seen Mike walking and the steps started lighting up?
And that paved the way for Beat It, which paved the way for him to do what he did with the actual music video for Thriller. But rewind to March, 23rd, 1983, when he got on Motown 25 and did his set, which included Billie Jean. After he went and did his set with his brothers, did a Jackson 5 medley, or Jackson's medley, however you want to say it. And he did the moonwalk for the first time on this record. I mean, that choreography is known forever. Like, anybody do any of those moves, or just even the fedora, even the outfit, even the glove, it's identifiable with the song.
So here's what I'm trying to say about Thriller, like, too, because you're kind of making a point of why I prefer Purple Rain. So much of what is attached to the album has to do with the visual aids provided. And with Purple Rain, it's not just that the visual aids are there, it's that the music is there too. It's like some of the effect of the song Thriller, it's like I'm trying to say something like Computer Blue actually artistically is better put together than the song Thriller, but Thriller is so epic and so big because of what the video did. There's stuff attached to it. It's like if none of this stuff had any videos,
I don't know, man. You need really strong songs to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, we talking about Mike. There's not one of these songs that we name that you and I do not know all the words to. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, very strong album, front to back.
Right. So like all these songs are like if we're talking intrinsically, Mike, all these songs are fives. Like we're arguing about fives.
Thriller reads off like a greatest hits.
Huh?
Thriller reads off like a greatest hits.
It does, but I mean, the greatest hits isn't an artist's best songs always necessarily, too. And that's definitely an effect with Prince. Mike, like, if that was the case, if I could never take the place of your man, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's not a single. Like, Mike, that's one of his best. Like I told you, Mike, that's Tom Petty, like Bruce Springsteen level, like stadium flow, like Stones flow. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got a couple washes here, and
you want to know what I will say too? The album cover to Purple Rain is so much better than the album cover to Thriller.
It is. I give him that. I
was looking at the album cover today, and I was like, you know what? That might be the best album cover ever. Because, like, if you want to talk about bringing somebody into a world, him on the bike, all the little flowers and rosary on the side, Apollonia at the top of the steps. It's kind of dark. It's kind of moody. Because here's the thing about Purple Rain too. Like, Purple Rain's kind of moody. Like Darling Nikki, The Beautiful Ones, like Computer Blue, these aren't like happy-go-lucky, like, total feel-goods. You know what I'm
saying? Somebody said, I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch this live. I'm just popping in to say Thriller loses to nothing in history. Look, all right, this is what I want to do. Let's just review yours, right? Because I want to keep a score right quick. And we're not doing washes. This is just your opinion straight up. So
how would I score?
Yeah, let's go crazy or want to be starting something. You got let's
go crazy.
Okay. Take me with you.
I got Purple Rain winning the first three.
Okay, you got Purple. Well, I want to go through it just for the people. Take me with you, baby, be mine. You got to take me with you.
Right.
All right. Beautiful Ones versus The Girl Is Mine. You got the Beautiful Ones.
Right.
All right. Computer Blue versus Thriller. You got Thriller.
Yep.
Darling Nikki versus Beat It. You got Beat It.
Yep.
When Doves Cry versus Billie Jean. You got When Doves Cry.
Right.
I Will Die For You versus Human Nature. Where you at on that?
Human Nature.
Okay. Baby, I'm a Star or PYT?
And I'm not a fool. I'm a Prince fan. I'm not a fool. That's Human Nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm a Star and PYT. All right.
PYT.
Okay. Yeah. And Purple Rain, Lady in My Life. Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
All right. So by your score, Purple Rain wins 5-4.
Yeah, the way it's always been. It's been that way my whole life.
So you got 5-4. You know what? Let me go through on mine real quick.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be, whatever. It was very close on the first one, but I'm going to give it to Let's Go Crazy. Right? Okay. Take Me With You or Baby Be Mine. I got Baby Be Mine. The Beautiful Ones versus The Girl Is Mine. I got The Beautiful Ones. Computer Blue versus Thriller. I got Thriller. Darling Nikki versus Beat It. I got Beat It. When Doves Cry versus Billie Jean. I got Billie Jean. When I Will Die For You versus Human Nature, I got Human Nature. These are very difficult to do, by the way. I'm not, just rattling it off like this. Baby, I'm a Star versus PYT, I got Baby, I'm a Star. I'm sorry, I got PYT. I apologize. And Purple Rain versus Lady in My Life, that's Purple Rain. So, shit.
See, you got it like 6-3, don't you?
I got it 6-3. And I will say that with that 6-3, the one that goes either way for me is honestly the Billie Jean and When Doves Cry. That's very, 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 very tough.
My surprise is how much that you love Baby Be Mine over Take Me With You. I really I kind of had that somewhere in the middle, but I figured you would lean towards Take Me With You too, because how about this? It's the
Take Me With You is brilliant.
Like I was about to say, stylistically speaking, like it's the only Thriller-ish sounding record on Purple Rain. It's the Thriller record on Purple Rain. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's say that one goes the other way. Then I have it. If that goes the other way, I got Thriller 5-4. And I could see that one going the other way. That that I could be swayed.
But you actually had a video, Mike. That was a single.
It was a single. I hear "Take Me With You" on the radio now.
Oh, you do? That's dope.
Yeah, I do. So it's very, very close. I will say this: lyrically and musically, Purple Rain's very tough to match. I think that
it's very dense. You know what it is? It's dense, man. It's dense. Yeah.
What Thriller did for hit records and visual aid when it comes to music, because I always say that Michael Jackson approached Thriller from like 3 different phases, right? Musically, and then he went and had to deal with the visual aid, which involves choreography, and then you got wardrobe. It's like all of these, like Beat It has a wardrobe, Thriller has a wardrobe, Billie Jean has a wardrobe.
No, you're right. That's what I mean. It's if we're talking the total package, it's like you're probably going to give the nod to Thriller, but if we're keeping it at the music, probably taking Purple Rain. And you know me, I'm just going to stick to the music.
The toughest one to me, though, like, it wasn't tough to you, was the Darling Nikki and Beat It, because I think Darling Nikki is possibly a better song.
That's what I mean. Like, so that's what I mean. Intrinsically, a lot of the Prince songs are better. It's just that it's like these are haymakers. These aren't regular haymakers.
Yeah.
Like, this is Human Nature and Billie Jean and Beat It. These are on like top 20, 25, 50 songs list of songs ever made. Like, they're not regular records. It ain't one of Drake's hits. That's what it's not.
No,
it's lower than this.
You know, I think that, and what you said about Off the Wall in relation to Thriller is 100% right. And I think he was in a zone on Off the Wall too. But the zone that Michael Jackson was on Thriller, I don't think he's matched since, in the rest of his career. He was all the way there, focused. You could tell he vocally got better, a little bit more control over his adult voice.
You want to know it? Like, and I believe like Spike Lee did like the behind the scenes on like Off the Wall and the lead into the Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was working on his craft constantly.
Yeah.
This is somebody that was already a huge star most of his life, and he was working hard on his craft to be great. That cannot be understated.
Now, you know what wasn't close? Sign of the Times and Bad. That wasn't close.
That's not a conversation, and that's where I started. Mike, how about this? Like, we come from the generation, Mike. One year my mom dressed me up like Michael Jackson from Thriller, and the next year she dressed me up like Prince from Purple Rain. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's how, for Halloween, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when Sign of the Times and Bad came out, I was old enough to understand lyrics better. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's when I gravitated towards Prince, was actually like the Sign of the Times Bad thing. It was like the music, like what I was hearing. Like, he was talking about stuff. And I was like, hold on, like, what is he talking? In France, a skinny man died of a big disease with a little name. That's how Sign of the Times starts off.
Yeah.
Sign of the Times. I was like, hold on. I was like, what's he doing? Because he was like a big hit maker.
Yeah. I think he went to a lot of areas lyrically that Michael just, couldn't go once he got to a certain level. And, certain things that Michael as a child star just wasn't able to relate to and be able to get out.
Like, you want to know it? And Mike just has like an innocence that Prince just doesn't have. So it's like Prince's songwriting goes a lot of places because like his mind is, and he's been a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? Mike was in the bubble for a very, very long time. You know what I mean? Of sorts.
When I listen to those deluxe versions of like Purple Rain and the songs that are extended, like if we actually were able to get the original release of Purple Rain with all of those extended full versions of the song, my God, like I can't even imagine how Prince felt knowing that his songs were being cut off at the knees when it went to when it went to press. It's like, come on, man! Like you giving me a 3-minute version of a song that's 13 minutes.
Well, there's something to be said for that too. Warner Brothers was clearly like trying to compete with Thriller too, because that's what I was doing. Like I was actually pulling up the length of the albums because of the depth of the content. Purple Rain, even though they're the same number of songs, Purple Rain feels like a little bit longer than Thriller, and it's really not. It's only 2 minutes longer, and so they were trying to cut and edit and paste. Yeah. The fact that Purple Rain's 44 minutes and Thriller is 42 minutes isn't accidental.
What's the longest song on Thriller? Would it be Wanna Be Starting Something or Lady in My Life?
I would think so. I was about to say the beginning or the end, I would think.
Yeah. Well, Billie Jean's isn't a short song.
I want to say Wanna Be Starting Something, because Wanna Be Starting Something's like 5 minutes, 20 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the longest record on there. It's only 42 minutes, so that would make sense that the longest record would only be like clocking around 5 minutes.
I'm surprised I understand why they didn't have a music video for that, because music videos weren't really prevalent like that until Michael Jackson, dropped the ones that he dropped. and Thriller being the one specifically because when Bad came out, they had a video for everything.
Hey, Mike, I was thinking actually, I did like a quick little top 3 best songs that never got a video, and I put down PYT by Mike, Adore by Prince, and Cold Blooded by Rick James.
Michael Jackson never even performed PYT. I never understood that.
Never understood that, Mike. Now, that's something the last time that I did cut on the radio, that was still playing too.
Yeah, I think that song might have got more legs than a lot of his Thriller contemporaries,
you know why?
at least in urban radio.
You know what? How about this? If I was calling it, Mike, I would tell you that PYT and Billie Jean and Human Nature got recorded like more in the earlier stages of Thriller. I don't know what order the songs were, but they like especially PYT. PYT is the song on Thriller that feels the most off the wallish.
You've heard the demo for PYT, right?
You're the one that put me onto it. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
It's a whole different song for the people out there who haven't checked that out. Go on YouTube, just put in PYT demo, and so clearly that one sounds more off the wallish than anything.
No, that's off the wall.
Yeah. So it's like their choices were, we're gonna go either up tempo, a little laid back, mid tempo ballad type thing. I think they made the right choice, and Thriller is one of those projects too that you hear all the stuff that was cut, kind of like Illmatic, right? Like you hear all the stuff that didn't make it, and they made all the right decisions.
Yeah, no.
Every decision they made was right.
It's like Mike. Yeah, you feel that way when you hear the stuff that didn't make it. You're like, no. That's Quincy and Mike's ear for music. That's like, no, that record's good, but not gonna make this project.
Now there are a couple of things that I've heard on Off the Wall that I have questions about that didn't make it, but it's more so about mixes that didn't make it. I get it, but see, I don't know if somebody on the internet has doctored these up. But there's some background vocals on like the song Off the Wall that I enjoy more than the actual version, but I could see a producer saying, you know what, that's too much. Let's just let this be about Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I understand it, but might not like it as much. But I will say this. I think they made all the right decisions on Thriller. Now as far as Prince, man, he just recorded so much during that Purple Rain time. I think the right songs made the project, but I wish that some of those extended versions could have been extended a little bit more on the actual release. But like you said, I see what they were doing.
So you want to know what, Mike? And I thought about something today, and big fan of both of these guys. Prince is my favorite artist ever. But I thought about something, Mike. He is so great. And he is such an epic musician, songwriter, artist, in all things like music, that the Revolution has a band or a group, you would say, backing him, have not gotten their just due. I realized today, and I really thought about this, the Revolution is one of the greatest bands of all time because they helped him put together Controversy, 1999, Rain, Around the World in a Day, and the Parade soundtrack, Mike.
Yeah.
How many bands got a catalog like that? It's like not the Beatles.
No, that's real. They don't get enough credit. I think that a lot of people go on the notion because Prince is such an incredible musician that he did it all on his own. It's not. Yeah.
How many bands can sport those albums out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what actually happened with the whole disbanding of the Revolution?
I think it was that. I think it was the greatness of the band, and he was like, he was around 30, I believe, when Sign of the Times was being made, and when he released it, and I think he was just at a point where he kind of wanted to prove his merit totally. As a solo artist, I really do feel like he was on like a personal quest to like be the greatest artist like ever. And, what came from that was Sign of the Times,
I like having these conversations. I know that people are used to us talking hip hop, but these are real musical conversations that we normally don't get to have with hip hop projects. Because,
you want to know what I thought about Mike?
Go ahead.
You and I have been actually like arguing about this, like even like for years before we even started doing this podcast. I was like, I've been arguing with Mike about this for like 6, 7, 8 years now.
Well, you know, it's like most of my friends are Prince fans, and so whenever I give Prince props, it feels like they're coming to me like I'm losing the battle or something. You know what I mean? But
no, I give Mike his props all the time, Mike. Like I told you, Mike, it's like there are very few people where those two guys are. Like in my opinion, like
there's nobody to me. I mean, I think
I just I'm talking just like as an artist, like I would put Stevie in their category. I would put Bob Marley in their category. Yeah.
Stevie's there. Now Stevie is there. And I would say obviously James Brown's just transcending to a level where I feel like James Brown's probably the most important individual in popular music.
No, I will agree with you on that. James Brown is definitely there. There's no Michael Jackson or Prince without James Brown.
There's no hip hop as we know it without James Brown.
So the lineage of what he inspired doesn't get any stronger when you can say, well, Prince and Michael Jackson aren't here and hip hop's not here, James Brown's not here, so he's pretty. Yeah.
Can you imagine what hip hop would sound like if there were no James Brown?
No, Mike, and I don't want to.
It might not even be a thing. You know, disco set hip hop up.
I hate to think that it was just gonna like what were we gonna do? Like keep playing disco loops? Like hell no.
I think disco would have kept going.
Like what's it? I want to thank the drummer. Like I want to give the drummer some. I want to give James Brown's drummer some.
Oh, Clyde Stupperfield. Rest in peace to him, man. He just passed away not too long ago. There was another one too. Like there was another one. I need to go pull up. He had 3 drummers, but the most famous loops come from Clyde. But
yeah, most of the famous loops come from Clyde. How about this? Because I think the parting of the ways with the first drummer was about James wanting to double time it and give it kind of like that hip hop feel, and I think that's where Clyde comes in. If memory serves on how the story goes.
Yeah. Very, very important figures, and you're right. And Stevie is Stevie. I think Stevie, his run in the 70s and and beyond, it's just something else. And clearly, Michael and Prince were influenced by Stevie as well.
I mean, Warner Brothers signed Prince because they were looking for the next Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, it is what it is, and. Michael had a direct influence from Stevie.
They actually found him. That's what's crazy. They were looking for him and they found him. They got him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So outside of that, man, I don't think that there are other artists that we can even put in that conversation. We hear a lot of these comparisons. People will compare themselves to Prince or Michael, but if we actually get down to the music, get down to the brass tacks, we haven't seen anything like that from a performance level, creative level, talent level.
This. Mike, I just told you that a record that got released in 1982, the last time I cut on the radio, it was still playing. You just told me that a record, I want you to listen to this, Take Me With You is the least of the singles in terms of hit records on Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And you told me that that's still playing. That got released in 1984.
It's amazing, man. And there's a lot to say about longevity. I know we're coming up on 2022 almost. And records that we heard 2 years ago, we don't hear anymore. So
there's levels to this.
Yeah, I know that, people get caught up in numbers and charts and all that stuff, but there's something different about timelessness. Like certain records that certain records that are standards to us, right? Didn't really perform well on Billboard. I think it was an Isley Brothers record I was looking at. It might have been For the Love of You or one of them, but it wasn't even a top 20 single.
Right. How did Between the Sheets do when it originally came out?
I think it might have been Between the Sheets, but it's records that are super classics. If you look at them on the charts, it's oh, really?
We've been literally listening to the songs since we can remember music, but it's when it came out, it peaked at 13 on the charts.
Saying all that to say, man, the charts don't mean anything.